advice.
Will, there's a way.
I can tell you how to do
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, rough opening start. Will taking down early. It's Zip. This time to be playing a bit more aggressive, rocking that raise. Frosty just getting run down. Nice spray down from Asuna. That equalizes across the map. But with Will gone, a trademark, it does nothing. They get to march their way onto the A site, completely unbeknownst. Fortunately, a couple of players in main. They should be able to fight back for this one on the side of 100 Thieves.
And that's going to all come down to the retake now, as this map mostly does, right? I mean, it's very tough. So many choke points all across the map to try to keep tabs on. You just have to kind of gather up, hedge your bets, and then play for retake when need be. But so far, Knights is fending off this retake pretty well. Now Scuba is even going to get a backstab here and really break this thing up, perhaps. Can he get there quick enough, though? Bang's starting to make this troublesome.
Yeah, for a second, Bang was also looking this way. No, Stellar does. Now Bang has to try and answer for the Cypher in the spawn. Through the cages he goes, and, well, it's all up to Bang. Scuba falls, but the clock continues to tick in 40 HP. Is that going to be enough? The cross is perfect. Gangsta underneath the A site.
What you have to do in rounds like this to have a chance. They guessed right. I mean, that's one positive.
They try to use some of this util stun. Gets him off the line for just a second. Paint Shell's now queued up right through the door, and Will, a huge kill onto Zip. But the Paint Shells, they still net one. Bang pushes forward. The pistols doing damage. And thus far, you can call this a minor victory for 100 Thieves. A major victory for 100 Thieves. They're sitting on the pistols. And Stellar has the spike at his feet.
Oh, on the barrier orb to block that. I mean, Scuba's just screwed. Let's be honest. He has to wait this out or go all the way back around. Breaks one. Stellar's here. He's like, hey, what's up? Oh, he loses the fight. I'm surprised he commits that in with like a 2-7 and then flop 7s.
That's not bad. In way of poker things, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Just like the buy here. Not bad for 100 Thieves. Of course, they're always going to be able to buy in this round. We'll see if the Knights can deal the same damage that 100 Thieves were able to do previously. Shots go wide for just a second. Will not in too much danger. Is only a frenzy that he was staring down. And the one rifle in the hands of the Knights, that being the Bulldog for Scuba, he gets one.
Man, bonus round not going so well here for Knights. Again, they were invested heavy into SMGs, and they lost a lot of players on that last round, so weren't really able to come into this with anything, so it's expected that they would struggle. I say that, though. Asuna gets taken down, 2 versus 3, and they might be able to pick up another weapon here. Will, though, trying to deter that. Gangsta only has 2 HP to his name. But if they can walk forward into A main and grab a second weapon here for Gangsta and get past Will, they could maybe get a spike plant and still make something of this round. But just with such low HP on Gangsta, it doesn't look likely.
One enemy remaining.
No mind. No mind to the weapon. Good round for Will. Now 1 pip away from that tour to 4
Out. He has no other weapon invested into this, so he really needs that. He'll get it.
And, well, if you didn't know before, you definitely know now if you're the Knights. Call out for the tour de force. Meanwhile, slowly but surely, the defensive 100 Thieves are working their way around the bottom side of the map. They want to try and have this B site pinched the best they can. It's 2 players in the spawn, 1 here in Canteen, and the 1 in Canteen, it is that tour de force. Frosty goes aggressive through the sky smoke, taken down. Gangsta receives the same fate. 100 Thieves bolstering up a strong defense here.
Yeah, they really are. They have a 5 versus 3 retake opportunity here. Ban, though, does take Ban down. Scuba, though, stunned, and so Derek will pick that up. And now it's all on Ban. Lining them up, though, gets a few. Makes it interesting, but 100 Thieves do hold on. They'll get the defuse, and they will tie this thing back up. Asuna's also owned a showstopper. And so those likely won't come into play this round. More for next time, unless they can make something happen. I mean, that was interesting. That was neat.
Yeah, I love that play. Whether it be the shorty or the stinger, I thought it was going to be deeper into main, not through the door, but Zip tried his hand at it. Unfortunately, didn't quite
You
work.
respect the hustle, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the best you could really get, the best you could hope for. And look, there's a wall just so that 100 Thieves can't run
Brim's
the
just
Knights down.
Brim's just too thick, bro. Can't get through that.
Cannot.
Too
And-
wide.
oh. Look at Ban. No way Ban gets value out of this, right?
Probably not. He's gonna get caught on a cross. I mean, as the wall breaks, he's probably gonna try to cross back to spawn, and Asuna should catch him unless he stays. Oh, looks like he is gonna stay. Oh.
I mean, it's a
Short-lived.
terrifying prospect that is even a possibility for the Knights. It feels like if we had to put stakes in
seconds
the
left.
clutch factor in this game, it's gonna go the way of Knights if Ban is still alive. Unfortunately, not the case here. As I'll be laughing. Bank dip over full buys across the board with Boombot out early, and it's Ziff. I mean, right on the other side of that sky smoke quick.
Yeah, looking to force the issue here on this B split as quickly as possible. Trying to get that angle towards tower. Showstopper is going to come out, though. Derek finds Frosty in the mix as well over on that A lobby push. Off the back of that Showstopper from Asuna. Will, though, gets caught at B tower, so we're opening that area up in response from the Knight side of things. They start to work their way in. And Scuba catches him on the ropes. No way.
It killed one and spotted the other.
Yep. And now they can back off. And they still have presence B tower. They still have left Ziff there. So the defense has no read. Asuna's going all the way back around, back through his spawn to help be prepared for a B attack that's never coming. Or is it? They decide to split B anyhow. Just wanted to make sure that they weren't getting backstabbed by Asuna. But still, the numbers certainly favoring Knights here.
30 seconds left.
And what else they have, right? Showstopper available to open things up. Paint shells is actually going to be the tool used. As if inside tower, not given anything just yet. Oh, Stellar goes atop his wall just over the generator, but he's only good for one. So it's a player ahead here. Orbital strike looking to delay for a second. No, Bang will find the kill as if falls. The wall is up, 10 seconds left. Spray through the box and you just might find the kill. Scuba gonna try and stick it, and it's all down to the kills. It's all down to Ban, but Bang hangs on for the Red Bull clutch.
What a play from Force Knights to save. This is a big moment for 100 Ds on this defense.
And a similar start. Sky smoke out. Ooh, flash up away from the Bang. Bang's feeling himself. He wants to get a little aggressive. 3 kills in the last round. Wants to find some more. Still stunned up. Now going to be taken down. It's 2 sheriffs just on the other side of Arcade. And it's still a scary place to be as Knights walk away from that one. 1 player the lead.
A big catch, especially on a round like this where they don't have much to work with. It gives them a little bit of hope here. Rez, though, there. Picks him back up. Kind of cancels out that whole moment. But it's good to spin to Rez on your eco round. I mean, that's kind of nice still for Knights, all things considered, as they were trying to attack into A, but they get stunned up there. And so, again, a lot of ults had to be committed by 100 Thieves to win an eco.
We're getting the ults back, though, right? Showstopper on the opposite side. Paint shell's gonna be traded out, and the spike actually thrown down. Ziff just narrowly making it over the top to get that Showstopper out. Bit more damage dealt. Aftershock looking to delay. It's Frosty leaping away on the site, and well, a few more remain atop this drop position. Scuba's inside mains. They've got the cross. They've got the angle for the spike. Fortunately, Bang's got the angle here. The resurrection. There's your return on investment. It's a near flawless. Ban been sitting on the resurrection for quite some time. Should it be needed, this is probably the round that we get to see that come to fruition. And as noted, 100 Thieves ultless for quite some time this round, and maybe the next. Is 4 players stacked up outside B main, going to be revealed by the trademark, and the only person here to receive is Stellar. 4 players strong for the defense out towards the A site, so scary spot for the Sage. Sky smokes delay for just a moment. We might find ourselves that full 5v5 retake. Orbital strike used, though. It's actually going to force the angle off, and surely we will see that. the spike is planted.
Yeah, that's kind of used just to make sure there was no way to disrupt this spike plant. Now we have to play out the 5-on-5 retake here from the 100 Thieves. They're all mostly coming through spawn. We do have Bang coming through the top side. There is a trap wire, though, that has been placed by Scuba, which will detect this movement and alert them to this added route on this retake from 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves are trying to still walk in there with that smoke, trying to waltz into sight. Gangsta, though, looking to counter with stuns.
Big kill, so Frosty to find the first. Now up from heaven, the orbital strike now online. He sends it backwards to try and find Bang. The resurrection does get used, so numbers now in favor of the Knights. 3 versus 2 as another stun gets sent out. Bang will finally be finished off, and Derek can only look for frags here. Maybe back away from the spike. Nope. A little different in the approach from Knights. They're a bit more spread out. And maybe the changes from the chamber to the Cypher is because people do just smoke off those trademarks, right? If you are trying to play these extremities, you can't do that. With the trap wire. Will up in hand. No way. He just gets run down. Nobody watching Arcade. And Stellar, I mean, he was completely blocked off. Concealment from the Sky Smokes. Wall goes up as well. And well, it's a similar story, but this time 100 Thieves a player down as they look to retake.
Yeah, this is going to make things even more difficult on this. Knights have pretty much all angles covered right now with plenty of personnel to take responsibility. Paint shells come in. Frosty, though, good molly here to block off the one side. Orbital strike comes in to clear out B tower, and 100 of these are used to that to start making a little bit of headway on this to get it back even. And now it's on their side.
Zip battles back, though. We continue the back and forth. 3 kills for the Rays before he finally gets
to pick and choose your battles. You're kind of gambling, honestly, a lot of the time on hoping that you find the right opening pick and the right intel right off the rip by playing aggressive on one of the sides. Unfortunately, Bang gets caught at dish, so that's a tough one.
That works.
And it looks like it might have been through the Sky Smoke. I think they wanted to try and get that orb for Bang, and he puts a smoke down and just gets shot right through it.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a nice break for Knights early in this round. We still don't really have to commit either direction, and now Will, with that tour de force, is having the solo out B while they try to stack A. And again, that's the issue. You have to gamble as it is on this map defensively based on how it's just constructed, but now even more so when you're down a man so early in the round. And as, you know, things kind of fall silent, they start to pivot their rotations thinking maybe it's going to be a B hit, but as that barrier wall breaks, Stellar has to retreat back towards spawn, and this A attack's about to commence any moment now. 3-2 split here. Stellar just needs to at least stay alive, if not find a frag or two.
30 seconds.
They don't check him, but he gets hit hard anyway by utility, and oh, now he gets discovered. That should be it.
I think he danced back into the stun. The paint shell's also taking him down to 29 health, and with that spike plant for Ziff, he's got himself the showstopper should he need it in this round. Paint shell's out. Scuba still playing away from the squad. Tag onto Austin, so he's going to be pinged. Coming around the corner, though, they still find the kills, and 100 Thieves, they've been good thus far in the retakes. They almost get the job done, but they've been struggling to get it across the finish line.
Oh!
What a shot from Derek, but the rocket still goes off, and it's still a trade. So a 2v2. Ults available on the other side. The tour de force is on. Austin has the showstopper. The spike up top. Shots from main. They need to be answered, but Gangsta just too quick on it. The blast back from Asuna, and he's just headed for the hills. He takes a body with him, but the Asuna to do something like that, right?
Yeah.
First it was the ropes shooting, and now it's just blast packing across sides. This is what I wanted to see, though. The change up right here.
What a
Give it
barrier!
more back to him, but the barrier's perfect. It's only damage over the top, but the paint shells finished the job, and Gangsta is also gonna fall to the babies.
I need to see that. I need to see a replay of the POV of that paint shell, because I cannot believe he's just ripped 2 like that. That's incredible. I thought he was done for when the barrier orb goes down and shuts down his showstopper, but somehow he gets 2. Anyway, what in the world?
Insane. But even with that, the Knights are going right back to it. They want to fight for main. Derek looking to fall off the angle. Fault line queued up. Paint Shell would be available. Scuba shows himself. Here comes the stun. The Paint Shell's actually going to be held on to. No, Asuna can't make a decision. An indecision does not lead to his death. The flash to bail him out. Asuna 3 on the round.
Asuna's all in right now. He's getting away with murder. He's getting everything. Finally taken down by Scuba. Derek, though, quick to come right back, though, to of his own and gets the...
About half HP from the rocket, and then it was just a little... The bouncing betties were enough to sit him down. And, I mean, damage dealt, right? Last round of the half. Surely you would assume 7-5 just based off of the economy across these two teams. 3 sheriffs are being brought in, but the ults are being picked up. Rolling Thunder available for Gangsta. Orbital Strike nearly available. And if Scuba could get a kill here.
Look at this push. They know that B's wide open now. They're going to have to play retake A, but I mean, at least they clear this entire side out. They're all together. They were maybe looking to try to at least get 1 frag before having to play retake. And so that's kind of good news for Knights to be able to get a spike down in a 5-on-5 considering low weaponry.
The retake, util, it's not too bad. Derek, okay, he backs away. He was just outside main. Oh, look at Scuba, still ratting across the map. He gets the better half of Asuna. So much here. Rolling Thunder already used, and they haven't got a whole lot for it. Finally, they will find bans. If able to back away on the site, the Paint Shell is trying to buy some more time, and that is what 100 Thieves are running out of. They still have a Rolling Thunder on the opposite side to worry about, so they have to put the pedal to the metal. The spray down's good. Ziff wants some more, and he will get it. And now Stellar has to do it all by himself, but the Sheriff from Frosty is just too good, and we're... He's quick. Quick out towards Sands. Flash to try and answer back. It's going to... Gangsta needs to concede the site. 3 players out towards drop zone. I think that's the big question. Do 100 Thieves know the strength in numbers here from the extremities and how many might be rotating through the spawn? So Gangsta just about half HP. Scuba in tow, and the Sky Smoke's delay for just a moment. The answer good to 1. Will looking for some more. The wall slowly taken down. Gangsta gonna toss out the stun and won't find the close targets. And unfortunately, Knights, they don't find any targets. It's 100 Thieves in the pistol for the Prime Gaming Flawless. What can you say?
Nothing.
What can you say except for, hey, don't mess this up as we go into the anti-eco? That's what I would say. Say, hey, don't mess this up, and then just kind of let it play out. Because we have seen things get a little spooky.
Yeah. I mean, 100 of these have just been so good on pistols. Particularly on attacking pistols. You just get to control, you know, all the variables and get the job done, right? And they're going to find what seems to be a pretty wide open A site, as it was a gamble stack from Knights on B. Again, you can't fault them for it. It just happens. Trying to play a bunch of shorties. Trying to do something gimmicky. It's what you have to do to have a chance, and they just guess wrong. It is what it is.
Love that. Going back for the orb, making sure the ult's obviously important in every map, but this one, it feels so much more. That orbital strike, the Rolling Thunder, you get so much value out of it. We're gonna make sure that those all get scooped up when possible. Fault line queued up here for Derek. We'll see which bit of contact is the green light for that as Ban hops his way out into Sands. Asuna should be here to receive. And I mean, the Knights don't really have any weapons really to fight here, so they're trying to play the looky here, the bait and switch. Unfortunately, Ban again with the trusty shorty. It's nothing for it. With that 100 Thieves, they're headed for the hills. They know we don't want to go through that spawn. We understand what's going on here. So it's looking like, barring anything crazy happening, yeah, should be that Prime Gaming Flawless coming on through once more. But that is the best way.
That would be crucial. That would set them up so nice. But again, it's so tough when you're just on Spectres.
And they keep flexing this way, understanding the setup, right? The breach paint shells is a combo that we see very frequently, and 100 Thieves not backing down from it.
Nope.
But out. stun on the run. Look at Asuna. He's already run all the way up through the door, but Zip is here to answer for it. 3 kills right back. With rifles in hands, the Knights only get stronger. And Spang will finally find one in response. The player lead still for the defense, and the spike.
It's like
not in possession just yet.
It's like they stunned Frosty's location, but then never actually checked it. And so he just gets free reign. And now they're down him. And yes, they pick up 2 rifles, but someone's going to have to win a big 1v1. Bang. Gets spotted by Ziff. Still has his life, though. Asuna, though, so low on HP. With no agent alive to give it back to him. And Stellar's off the board. High low stack here from Scuba and Ziff. This is going to be tough to get past.
Well, the barrel spotted. Bang. Just gave him a bit too much. Asuna receives that same fate. So the Knights, they buy up their buddy in the corner.
Yeah.
And well, there was.
That was their demise, that's for sure. They go up for Frosty, too. I know he's had kind of a tough game individually, so to have a big round like that kind of gets you back into the mix. Oh! How else am I supposed to react to that? It's like he shot that as like a fadeaway as he was teleporting, you know, just to kind of do it. You know what I mean? Like, not really thinking it's going to do anything, and then he just hits that. Oh, my God.
And it's the guy that we were just hyping up, right? Good on Frosty. He's starting to get that ball
being
rolling.
Frosty there. Like, good God. His POV.
No time.
I want to see the replay from his POV, because that would be... Ugh. Anyway, Derek found the entry on the ban. Oh, Scuba, though. Shorty. Only good for 1. Asuna trades, and this B slide's wide open now.
Those paint shells just a bit too good. Aftershock, not quite on the right angle. Tucked away in the cubby is the spike. And, well, tucked away back in their spawn are the players of the Knights to concede this round. So 2 rounds will separate. 4 guns will separate in this round, unless 100 Thieves go on the hunt.
There.
Unlikely. I think they're content just to hold on to what they've got. They know their economy right now is still kind of vulnerable. Don't want to force a lot of rebuying here when the score is this tight. Let them have it. That was so nasty, too. That's one of the nastiest shots I've seen in quite some time. It did almost feel like he just kind of, you know, did it to do it. Not
Yeah, he's got the trailer with him to carry that bad boy around.
Classic A lobby battle commences here. Zip trying to play it with Frosty a little bit. Will pushing forward. Never getting too close to that sliding door, though. Never really giving them a chance to catch him. Definitely looking for this A split. They're coming up dish with Spike with 3 players. They're going to keep putting this pressure on. Big rotation, though, already from Knights.
That's a huge kill. That's karma, right? That's Will getting it right back. Gangsta quick on the peak, jiggles. Takes the shot, sits the chamber down. Now Zip ready for this. 3 players, he's looking at all of them. He does damage to a few. Ban here to help out from the high ground of the ropes. Derek trying to pick up the pieces, trying to push out through main, but the sky smokes will not allow it. Gangsta to receive, but he falls.
That's big. That gets them in sight, gets a spike plant barrier to block a portion of this. Now he only has to worry about A lobby, which is still smoked off, so Stellar will be able to get the spike down. And Derek's going to work, but now he's all alone.
Zioden on one side. It's Frosty on the other. He's got the stun in 5 seconds. The ult if he finds a kill. And as the spike ticks, the Knights give him nothing just yet. Vault light now available. The jump peaks don't land. Frosty should be stunned up as he creeps out and somehow manages to find the kill and steal away the round from the Thieves.
Oh, Derek played that so well. He gets the stun and just doesn't care. Just gets the... To the same token, because it's been so close, Knights are in the exact same position, essentially. I mean, this is a potentially huge swing round for this map.
Starts off with an early barrier orb inside main. 100 Thieves can make quick work of that. So now there will always be a threat. And maybe somebody's creeping through that one. The read is so perfect, though, from Knights. 4 players here to receive this B push.
Yeah, they're definitely in good position to handle this. Also do have that Cypher utility place on this side as well to help add to the support factor. Fault line going to come through to try to clear out the B side as we see this forward push through the bottom side of B. Bang, able to find the entry there onto Frosty. So things are going well so far, but Ziff still has B tower, but now he gets flashed and Austin assists him out.
It just narrowly missing out. The flash was perfect, but here comes the Odin. The trap wire still getting value of Scuba. Find a kill for his squad. The first for the night since 100 Thieves take the site. Will gonna get that plant down. Tour de Force will be awarded because of that. No, Tour de Force is already used here. 2 shots left. You gotta walk into this. That is not a weapon that you want to have. Not the operator, but the Odin pushing forward. You gotta be perfect, and he tries to pre-fire the angle. Unfortunately, doesn't go his way. Now, Gangsta and Ban, they've got a question for themselves, right? The economy wasn't great across the board. It does seem they want to hang out, and it's for just a bit too long. Now, Gangsta in a 1v4. Alt orbs, maybe the question. Asuna peeks out. There's one the way of the breach. Will just on the other side. Good stun. Rendezvous maybe comes through. No, Gangsta gets another.
That was nice, because Will had picked up a Vandal. He was going to be able to carry over into the next round. Freaking Showstopper available for 100 Thieves, as they do have that 2-round buffer. And, I mean, they're set up for an 11th round here as far as firepower goes. No doubt about that. But, oh, this little stack up by Dish.
One spotted. One down. 2 spotted. Ziff goes unchecked. Paint shells to try and delay out towards main. Ban picked one up as well. Fortunately for 100 Thieves, it was all traded out. Scuba is the last one standing. There's only 2 alive. Some way, somehow, in the scramble, the Knights make this one seem a little doable. Unfortunately, it's not a classic for the Cypher, right? It's a short.
Star's about to get res.
Close angles.
He just got Orb, he's about to plant. That's going to be res for next round, plus they still have Showstopper and Orbital Strike. So they're going to be able to match Knights almost equally on ults. It's going to be pretty close. Oh, he's going to spin the res now for economy?
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. It's kind of tight with credits.
Or Scuba. He'll be able to get a weapon. He's got one right at his feet. I can hopefully do some damage with it. You know, that res should be inside a main, but he just wants to hang on. He's headed for the hills. Keeps his ult. Keeps the rifle. But concedes the round. 100 Thieves. Now 3 the lead.
Yep. Clear, as you said, we're just 1 away from map and series point. But again, Knights are coming in, packing a punch for this round. I think they have every ult now.
Not us. We could still be confused. The players, unfortunately, they can't afford that. When it's fast, Orbital Strike. Austin are going to take this space. Boomba just on the other side. Ziff position behind the Radiant box to top the A side, and Frosty just around the corner.
Oh, baby.
Spots him. He's just going to set the rocket. We go rocket for rocket.
He
Austin
missed.
finds nothing, but Ziff has to back away. Incendiary. No, he's going to send it out and should get the value. It's 1 for 1. Meanwhile, the spike is out towards the B site. The only defender here was Ban, and he's gone.
A little bit of a feint there from one of these at Orbital Strike, trying to slow down the planting process to buy more time for rotations, but Stellar still plays up close towards spawn, and he finds Frosty. That's now main advantage for 100 Thieves. Now they're able to safely get the spike down, and there's only the Neural Theft left as far as alts go for Knights. It's going to be Scuba, but he needs to find the body. Try to find these locations.
Good start on the way back in. Even better, Scuba cuts it down to just 2, but the health, it's just so low. This Phantom, a few stray bullets will get just enough. As if crosses the site, now they have to flex forward onto the spike. Now he's gonna look to get this one halfway. As Scuba finds a third, he's gonna look to stick it. No, he hops off, and the Knights have done it. They hang on, they retake the site. Scuba is a madman.
He really is. I mean, it keeps them in the race.
Doesn't get any better than that. And again, we keep the game within 2. Still within reach for the Knights. Although in victory, thereby, it hurts. They're bringing a couple of Bulldogs. You know, they can be dangerous with them, but still doesn't feel great. Ooh, they wall over. And Ban goes down just before he can take the shot. Asuna ready on the angle out towards the tower. Once more, 100 Thieves awarded the B site. Look to get this spike planted. No util to try and delay this time. Orbital Strike won't be available.
No ults really except for that neural theft. Spike going to go down here. Stun comes in. Stellar getting a lot of heat right now in that corner. And it does eventually get found out by Scuba, who's looking to carry the momentum forward from the previous round. Try to still see if they can make this retake happen.
Ziff, I cannot believe he spots just the top of the head of Derek. They're expecting him in the corner, and the Knights are doing it again. The Bulldogs, they're ripping through him. Bang's the last one standing. Incendiary out and onto the spike. 2 players just in front, and it's Ziff again to close it out. The Knights, you give them an inch, and they take a mile.
Yeah, these retakes on this B site in particular have just come through, and it's really just been raw fragging. They're just winning some keys, just one away from tying this thing up. And I mean, 100 Thieves are spent. They have to go for Sheriffs and a Phantom. Just one rifle.
And it's an important player with the rifle in hand. Austin looks away from the flash, takes down Frosty, low HP immediately. Traded out through the sky smoke. Ziff did not need to put himself in a dangerous spot for that trade.
At least they're able to reclaim the rifle onto Derek, so it's not just a lost rifle, and they have a 4-on-4. Will has Headhunter. He's making its way towards drop, but that's a great barrier orb. Doesn't want to have to spin bullets. He's going to have to knife this wall down. There's already a good defense on A site, but this is a feint. That spike is rotating back towards B side, and Scuba is the lone defender over there at B. Now, to be fair, not a bad person to have in the form that he's in.
Yeah.
But 100 Thieves might be able to weasel their way into a take and a spike plant. But as I say that, they double back. They don't really have any information. And it's looking like maybe the A pinch is indeed going to happen after all.
And the one thing that isn't selling this fake to the Knights is because it's not ban on this site, right? It's Scuba instead, so he's got that cam. He knows for so long,
Yep.
they're not coming back this way. You guys don't have to move.
Mm-hmm.
And the operators here, Ban, good this time. Takes down Bang, wants some more. The wall goes up, so a different angle to be peeked here. I don't know if they can even get through that. Stellar might have goofed a little bit. And now there's just no time. They kind of just have to throw their bodies at it. The rifle still in the hands of Derek, who's the last one standing. For how much longer? Ziff 3 kills on it, make it 4. As he'll have the showstopper going into what?
And so, I mean, this is as good as it gets. A bit of a return to the tight race we saw on Breeze, where that had to go to extra rounds. Haven was a bit of a wash, but this one's intense.
And I mean, the Knights are just in for a good show. This is, I think, reminiscent of what we saw in the first half, where 100 Thieves, they get out ahead a couple of rounds, and then the Knights claw their way on through. We see it once more, 100 Thieves. 3 rounds ahead at one point. Now we're all tied up. The showstopper, that garners absolutely nothing. Bang maybe wants to try and find himself an ult orb to get that orbital strike going.
Mm-hmm. And the defense is kind of playing back. They've already pushed through A lobby. They're setting up for the B retake already here. They're going to be there pretty quick. They're doing a good job disrupting these as well, trying to slow down this planting process as much as they can to get those players in place. But it will come down to, yet and again, another big retake. But Knights have been on point on these. Can one of these finally clean something up on a post play?
Oh! Oh my God! No, the answer is no. They immediately get ripped down. The ults they had are no longer available in way of death, and Asuna and Stellar need to hang on. It doesn't look like they can. Asuna, one more. Will be the ultimate. Zip around the corner. The headshot lands. But the round?
This could be it. They're on low firepower. It could be the final round.
Oof. I mean, they're right on their heels coming through the spawn. So 100 Thieves just have to push forward. The rocket finds nothing. Scuba to play the cage here. Trapwire can reveal. Asuna won't fall. Cage goes up. Paint shells out. Scuba now forced to back away as the sky smoke's traded. Coming out for Frosty. Only one used. Aftershock. Gonna buy some space from door. Paint shells out. And now we're corralled inside main for 3 players. 100 Thieves. Asana's still aggressive, and the Spectres are doing just enough. Rolling Thunder come through, and Asana still fighting. Everybody cut down on the side of the Knights. It's Gangsta stunned up, taken down, and in map 3, we're headed to overtime.
No.
What a series, and 3 maps. Doesn't feel great in overtime here in map 3 to then have to play another series directly after this. Surely fatigue a factor, but neither of these teams worrying about that just yet. 10 players locked into Fracture here in overtime. It's 100 Thieves. On the defensive side of things to get it started. No real early aggression.
And Knights looking to play topside B here. There are 3 defenders in the area to try to fend off this split. Lots of pressure being put towards that B tower when it comes to utility, paint shells, stuns, everything send that direction. Stellar about to drop the barrier here as the push comes in, but Bang catches Zip, and that's a huge one to get early.
Bang needed that. Frosty makes his way onto the site, spotted by Stellar, eventually taken down. There's 0 threat for Bang up in tower. Now that he found that kill and toss the Incendiary, that he's able to help his team out on the site. And before you know it, it's Scuba, it's Gangsta. And the health, it's not great. 10 HP for the Cypher. Gangsta the better of the 2. Positions noted, you see the pings. Left. Scuba gonna creep on out. Stun goes through. Scuba falls. Bang doesn't need to do too much. The bullet whiz by and take down the Cypher. Now Gangsta has a very tall task.
Tall indeed. 1 versus 4. Spike in his possessions, the only thing going his way, but there's just no time. Too many angles to get shot from at once. There's just really no way forward.
Oh, well, and an orbital strike to worry about as well. He finds 1 kill, so he's good. Into OT2, buying that Odin.
Time to explode.
On the Cypher, split across the map, 100 Thieves on their attack to the top side of the map, 3 on the bottom. And it's Will. This stun, we've seen it previously. Frosty was the one to receive the headshot. This time, won't give him anything. Flash paint shells, all used. Everybody backs away unscathed.
Here.
100 Thieves forming for this B split, but it's not necessarily committal just yet. But they have left a trademark behind, watching for A flank as on both sides of the map, right? So it does feel like they want to commit for a B attack. They just want to make sure their backsides are covered as they go for it. Now they're going to start sending it. Utility goes forward, attack comes in.
And Trapwires are here. Unfortunately, Pan is not. The Odin still holding the angles. Spike's already made its way onto the site, and Scuba ready for aggression. Shorty in hand, but they don't give it to him. Nobody's cleared out tower. They're just going to walk away from it. They don't want to risk the fight. Gangsta trades out the kill onto Stellar. We go back and forth, and now it's all up to the Odin. Scuba, you've been so damn good thus far. Can you do it again? 2 players just around the corner. Will with 10 HP, the Odin in hand. They both will swing, but 100 Thieves will do it. They send Knights packing. And they've got themselves a rematch for qualification against TSM.
Wow, just a double swing on Scuba there.